I'm responsible for every aspect of IT within the company. So that's obviously we produce films and commercials and broadcasts, and it's all digital now. So every aspect of, right from the camera through all the way through to the data stores and the archives are all my responsibility. So the architecture's needed to deliver that. It began basically with an installation of Exchange, so we engaged them to bring Exchange into the organisation. So they installed Active Directory and Exchange 2003, I think it was over 7 years ago, something like that. And that's how we started, and from that point then they managed the day-to-day aspects of the Exchange infrastructure. Now what they do for us is a sort of third line support function and a day-to-day sort of 24/7 monitoring function. So they will warn us if they see alerts pop up. If we struggle with solving that problem, we then call on them for the more detailed support aspects, more complex support aspects. But they may need to engage Microsoft. That we'll use Trinity to work on that with us. Really, it's if we have a critical problem with the Exchange system, that they may detect a critical alert. We'll look at it and realise that we don't have the skill set in-house to deal with that. And maybe it's out of hours where I don't run a full 24/7 support team, so I may need to really engage some heavy-duty support where they may, it may be a bug that requires they engage Microsoft. We use Trinity for that engagement. They will engage Microsoft on our behalf and work with Microsoft and us to deal with the problem. We moved 2 years ago now to Exchange 2010. I worked closely with Trinity sort of consultants in the design of that, so we work together. They understand our infrastructure because they manage it, so that made life easy. They knew exactly what we do, exactly how we do it. That made the design of Exchange 2010 and their assistance with the rollout very straightforward, because they've got direct links into our networks. So that they're almost like a remote part of my own team on that aspect of technology. They understand the product. They have a deep technical understanding of things, and we can have a sensible technical discussion without me thinking, well, this is just someone who reads a script. The people I talk to certainly appear to know what they're talking about, rather than have a scripted answer to things. When we have the design discussions, and I will meet probably a couple of times a year as well to talk about futures, I may have an idea of something. Yes, they will challenge it if they think my idea is a little bit skewed or I've sort of misunderstood stuff. So they'll say, well, they'll guide me into a different direction, and maybe I wanted to be where I am, but maybe not, and that's a useful engagement. The benefits for me really are a peace of mind, to be quite honest. I know that if I have a serious problem that my tech guys are going to struggle with, and one that certainly may drift out of hours where my tech guys won't be there, I know that Trinity will be there and will work with me until the problem's resolved. And I know they have the strong skill sets required for the sort of contracted problems that would worry me a lot. Because Exchange, for instance, is it's critical to our business. Absolutely critical. We can't go out for half an hour without there being a riot. So, to me that's really important, and I've got that behind me. I think at the moment we're going to continue as we are. I will be engaging Trinity to do a few more sort of non-Exchange technical events that are technically difficult, and I'd rather not do them myself. I probably could do them myself, but I'd rather have a Trinity behind me with their skill sets and their Microsoft contacts, just in case things go wrong. So we're looking at certification services and stuff like that. And I had a chat yesterday about engaging them for that type of event. So, I will use them for complex technical situations, and I'll use them as a sounding board for new technology. So I know I could come and discuss new technology direction and get a sensible discussion with them. I would recommend Trinity to any other business working with the technologies that we work with today, especially in the Microsoft arenas. So they've got a good knowledgeable team behind them and a very good support infrastructure, and they integrate well to business.